On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Understand that men are stronger. But ultimately, what it comes down to is that even though certain things are socialized, instinctively, we always come back to whatever our natural state is, right? I'll give you an example. You can socialize all you want, but if somebody do like this at me, your initial instinct is to flinch, right? You always lean back on your instincts, and instinctually, especially when all of that adrenaline is running and all through you and everything like that, you move accordingly. Naturally, and I'm gonna add a caveat in here. Naturally, men are providers and protectors. That didn't just come out of anywhere. We didn't just socialize that to death since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, men have been the ones that provide the provision. Since the beginning of time, men have been the one that fought wars. It's a reason for that. We didn't just want to fight wars. We did it because that's instinctively who we are, and we always are going to provide and protect.
Biologically, yes. You know, it's a yes to the question. They're built to be naturally protective and providing. I mean, they're literally, some men are, you know, literally bigger than women and have that ability to just naturally protect. I don't know what logic's saying about women not fighting, because I've been seeing girls fight for a long time. I don't know. That's not new. Girls been fighting on World Star Hip Hop for like ever. So I don't know about how, oh no, girls didn't fight. Like what? Like in the hood, girls always would fight, just like dudes would fight. I don't know what that was about. But I do think that there are other things that come into play now, but I still feel like just overall, that's how we're socialized to be. When we get to talking about children, I would say it's however they're socialized within that family, because I was the older sister. So the way it was socialized to me is that I'm responsible for the two of them. So in terms of like who is in that thought process, I'm 5 years older than them. So it's not just like a year or two significantly. And that was a part of my upbringing, to be responsible for other people. You know, whoever the older sibling is can get some of those like socializations to protect, you know what I mean? Make sure your little sister's okay, or make sure your little brother's okay. Like, so, you know, in that instance is kind of different in socialization. But when we talk about just like in general and relationships, and biologically, of course, men are definitely built to be the protectors and providers.
Hey, I got a side note. Which one do you hear the most, or you heard the most when you was coming up? I'm going to tell my big sister, or I'm going to tell my big brother.
Neither. I didn't really hear that. So maybe you should ask like someone else. Cause I honestly, like, I didn't fight and stuff like that. So I don't have like those experiences, like getting into altercations where it's like, oh, I'm gonna jump you, or I'm gonna call somebody. Like, I don't have those experiences.
I usually hear it from brother. I mean, I didn't have to fight. I would hear it from other people. It's usually I'm gonna call my big brother.
Yep. And
I wouldn't hear. I would call my sister.
You got your daddies. I'm gonna call my daddy, or you got your
uncle.
Always, even though it's something that we always call our elder men. But like I said, chicks weren't fighting like that. I can name the amount of fights that I've seen, but it this new society we got now, chicks getting down. It's a role reversal. Dudes be holding the phone. All in World Star Hip Hop videos. You're right. Now you see a dude holding the phone with these chicks fight.
No, I'm talking about when I was in middle school. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about a long time ago. So let's go 20 years ago. I'm not talking about right now.
And also, Mr. Logic, with the question, is that when we say, you know, I'm gonna get my brother, is that a natural thing, or was that socialized for big brothers to know they're supposed to protect their little sister? They're supposed to take their siblings. So is that something natural that's just automatic, or are they socialized to do that because they're the man of the house, the boy of the house, the male figure?
Well, you socialize to call the police. You socialize to call the teacher. That's the things you're told to do. But naturally, the protector is going to be the man. And it even go when a dude and a chick get into an altercation today. If me and a chick get in an altercation, guess who gonna jump in? Anton, Rilla, and they are.
But aren't men social? But isn't that socialized? I mean, you're a man, so you were taught as a boy that you're supposed to be the man of the house. You're taught as a boy to protect the woman. You're taught as a boy to be a leader. Because I think both is true at the same time. I think we're built, men are built to be the leader and provider, but it's socialized to teach them how to do it. That's how you can understand who's been raised by a woman and who's been raised by a father. The socialization of each one, the indoctrination is going to show that. So I think both is true at the same time. Yes, men are built differently for us because they're supposed to be the protector provider. However, they're not going to know how to do that unless they're taught. You're just not automatically you can have the leadership in you, but it had to be honed some kind of way.
Y'all are wrong. Y'all are wrong.
Or you could be wrong, Anton. You definitely could be.
Nope, I'm not wrong because I haven't even said anything yet. I haven't even gave my opinion yet, so I'm not. You can't say I'm wrong yet, but
nope.
We have a host. I'm not gonna go out of order yet.
Hold on, so I was actually coming to you next, Anton. So
no, I thought you was gonna go to Q, but listen.
Come on.
Here's the thing. The thing that people are not acknowledging here is that we keep saying that it's socialized, but we socialize based off of historical significance. Everything that we're socializing is based off of what we've known throughout history and the need for men to be a specific type of way. So we understand that men are stronger, but ultimately what it comes down to is that even though certain things are socialized, instinctively, we always come back to whatever our natural state is, right? I'll give you an example. You can socialize all you want, but if somebody do like this at me, your initial instinct is to flinch, right? You always lean back on your instincts, and instinctually, especially when all of that adrenaline is running and all through you and everything like that, you move accordingly. Naturally, and I'm gonna add a caveat in here, naturally men are providers and protectors. That didn't just come out of anywhere. We didn't just socialize that to death since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, men have been the ones that provide the provision. Since the beginning of time, men have been the one that fought wars. It's a reason for that. We didn't just want to fight wars. We did it because that's instinctively who we are, and we always are going to provide and protect.